Hey everybody, it's Eve Hennessy of BitcoinKindergarten.com, also creator of the crypto and DeFi tracker. I'm just doing some Q&A live with everybody because Bitcoin's exploding and now everybody wants to know what's going on, and I'm here to answer all your questions. So if you come in, smash the likes, hit the subscribe channel, and you'll get to know when I go live. And I'm here to ask your most dumbest questions, your most basic questions, or even very complicated questions if you like. But what I realized, a year or two ago, that's why I made Bitcoin Kindergarten, is that most of the people in the Bitcoin, blockchain, and crypto world are techies, they're math people, they're traders, they're millennial dudes. So I'm like, I'm the one that can translate, this technology into real life things so that we can all make our money. We're on a euphoric state right now because we made a lot of money this week. And, it's something we all knew was coming, but sometimes when you wait a long time for something, you get a little like, well, is it coming? Is it coming? And so big money is FOMOing in, fear of missing out. They're all rushing in to buy it. Hedge funds, banks. Now you can get Bitcoin on PayPal. All of these huge financial people are finally coming out and saying Bitcoin is amazing instead of saying it's a scam. So, everybody's coming in, and the price has risen several $1,000s for one Bitcoin this week. So I have two other videos. You can watch those. They're a little basic. They just say, what is Bitcoin? What is a blockchain? I guess I'll go over it first. Everybody always wants to know what's a cryptocurrency, what's a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the very first cryptocurrency. It's the simplest one, and it's the oldest one. It got made 12 years ago, and it's not even what it is. It was a program which involves a network of computers. So it was this genius thing, this Bitcoin, where they said, you know what, we are going to create something where the money isn't in the hands all of one person, one bank. So what they created was a system of computers which are running the Bitcoin network. So instead of having just a computer network or a big house full of computers, it's all over the world. And this encryption, the reason called crypto, because it's encrypted numbers that go from one node or computer block to the next one, and all the numbers have to align perfectly to go to the next one. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And that's why it's very secure. That's why in 12 years, I think it's the longest running network that has not ever gone down. Because if you have a network in a big database somewhere, it goes down, it goes offline. But Bitcoin has never gone offline. I think there was one little tiny glitch in the very beginning. Hasn't really had any kind of technical problems. It's actually really quite a simple program. So I like to hear that, because sometimes I'm like, well, what if it gets hacked? What if it just doesn't work? Because 12 years, it's not clearly quite new anymore. I guess that's why everyone's really buying into it, because it has a long history now. So the easiest thing to do, what I tell people in my Bitcoin Kindergarten, is just buy some. You can go on Coinbase. You can hit my link. That's the easiest, simplest place to buy it, and the safest. You cannot lose your money on that. It's like a bank. It's insured. It's regulated. It's not just giving your money to some friend who wanted you to invest with them. So this is in Europe. I don't know how much Coinbase is, probably in Australia, Europe, certain countries, South America. It's the easiest, and I still like to use it because it's the easiest. I know how to use all of them, but I like big charts, big numbers, big pictures. I like the interface, so easy. So just go in there. So you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, which right now is like $17,500. You can just buy $25 worth. You get charged a little fee, like $2. Some people think, oh my God, that's so much, but there's places that charge less fees, like even Coinbase Pro, even though it says Pro in the name, it's free. It's free. but I don't like to use it because I find it more complicated. And even though I do know a lot of complicated crypto stuff, like I just pay the extra 75 cents or $2 or $10. It depends on how much you're investing. If you're investing like 10,000, yeah, go to Binance. You'll get a better rate. But if you're just investing a little, a couple thousand here or there, just go on Coinbase. It's easier too. I just, something, one more step is just one more step makes it harder. So that's Bitcoin. Everybody needs some, because here's the reason everybody's buying it right now. It came out just this week that there was a leak from Citibank that Citibank is expecting it to go to like $318,000 for one. Many people have said, oh, it's going to go to 1 million. It's going to get bigger and bigger. The reason is because there's only 21 million Bitcoin that's ever going to be minted or mined or produced or printed, as they say in the paper money world. So, and 17,000 of them have already been produced, maybe more than that now. So it's not like our US money that's just paper and they just print more and more. So it's getting devalued every day. It's actually getting more valued. Oh, look, I got a question. This is great. Ask all your questions. Let me see what the question is. Where's the cheapest coin that has them? Okay. That's actually what I was going to talk about. So the question is, which cheapest coin has the most potential? I've heard Districts. I don't have a clue. Clueless. Well, don't get that one because I've never heard of it. That doesn't mean that I've heard of every coin, but I've heard of a lot of them. And I don't know that coin. But I did want to talk about altcoins because it's really good to buy those right now too, right? So I think it's still good to buy Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is still going to go up. A lot of people, who study technical analysis, markets, this and that, they think it's going to pull back when it gets to $20,000 for a Bitcoin. But I don't think so. Just because it did last time doesn't mean this time. And the thing is, Bitcoin is not a stock. It's not owned by a company. There's no CEO. It's not based in America. It's not based anywhere. It's not owned by anyone. So even though a lot of times the markets do run in the similar kind of cycles, I think it's different. And I think now is a time where all of the big money is rushing in. There's a company called Grayscale who's buying up all the Bitcoin. Grayscale is like a stock. I own some in my IRA. You want to get Bitcoin in your IRA. In fact, it's by far the best performing stock in my IRA. I bought Grayscale at $9 a year or so ago. Now it's worth like 20 for each one, for each Grayscale stock. So, all of this big money now is rushing, and all the banks, all the Wall Street. So I don't think it's going to go down. Also with the phenomenon of people being able to buy it on PayPal. People could buy it on Cash App, but for some reason that didn't make like a huge wave. But PayPal being even more common than everything is good. Of course, it could pull back. None of this is financial advice. I am no financial guru, although I've been really quite correct. I use a combination of like intuition, common sense, and ability to know a few things about stocks and charts. So I've actually done well. That doesn't mean I can't do terrible tomorrow, but I've always understood that it's not exactly like stock. Nobody can stop it. It can't actually stop. I think there is a slight possibility there could be some kind of, error in the program, but it's been running 12 years. I'm not a programmer. Most programmers have no worry about that. So that said, what is it right now? Like, I just look at it every hour. All of us crypto heads, we're looking at our Bitcoin every hour, watching it go up. So I still think, even though it's very high right now, I would still buy. I think everyone should own some Bitcoin. Most of us crypto heads, we believe that because we do believe, in the future, since there's a scarcity built in, there's going to be less and less crypto, less and less Bitcoin available. So just get a little bit. I've told my friends, even if you get $50 worth, just get some. Wow, see, it's just going up like crazy. 17,700. It's great. Ethereum's got too. So Bitcoin is called, it's the king of crypto. It's the gold of crypto, gold, digital gold. And then every other coin is called an altcoin. So there are several thousand altcoins. And there are many different places to buy them, and they have a lot of different functions. So this person was asking me, what's the cheapest coin that has a good potential to go up? And so what's going on right now is there's a lot of focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum, because now all of people who don't really know about crypto are buying that. So, but that kind of leaves a great opportunity for those of us who want to get a little more into it and buy other stuff. And there are a lot of coins. They have a lot of different kind of uses. They're amazing. I talked about a few of them yesterday. I don't want to get into them today, but so there's different levels of Bitcoin and how the markets work. What happens is usually when Bitcoin goes on a bull run, which is not now, bull run just means like price going way up. I didn't even know what a bull run was when I got into Bitcoin. Everybody's focused on that. So the other coins are not really doing anything. And in fact, they had quite a dip and a very low bearish cycle right before this Bitcoin surge. So we had an amazing, 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, the altcoins were doing really well, and the DeFi coins. So DeFi means decentralized finance. It's a very fascinating subject. These coins are doing really well because there's so many people all over the world creating these amazing projects to do with blockchain technology, which is going to do amazing things in the world. It's not just about buying and selling money. There's a lot going on. So you want to buy into these really good projects. People that I follow, like Ivan on Tech, mostly Ivan, he really gets coins with good fundamentals that have good use cases and good basis. But when it comes to trading or just buying, what happens when Bitcoin goes up is that these other coins, I think Bitcoin Cash is in the middle of a fork. I don't even know if it's running right now, but people go to the next coins. There's a few coins that have been in the top coins for some years, like Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum. Ethereum's an amazing, great coin. What's another one? Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Diamond. There's lots of other Bitcoins with Bitcoin in the name. And instead of being like $17,700 for one of them, they're like $200 or 50 cents or whatever. So other coins that have the name Bitcoin in it, which are really smaller. That doesn't mean they're great projects or you're going to make a long-term investment, but they do pump. When I first bought in, I was like, oh, look, Bitcoin Cash. That looks even better than Bitcoin. Maybe I can spend it. You don't know what's going on, so you're just buying stuff. So you can do that if you want to make a little money, but then when you see everything starting, when you see there is always going to be bubbles and, it's going to come down eventually. We don't know how far. You can, just sell that stuff. But there's a lot of amazing coins, which are great investments, and they have a lot of tiers. So there's coins that are in the top 100 coins, like Chainlink, Tezos. I just bought some Chainlink yesterday because I really feel like now that everyone's all the focus on Bitcoin, everyone's in Bitcoin. What else can we do? And what other coins can we buy who have an even higher chance of going up? So there's the second tier, which is let me see which ones we have here. Ethereum, Polkadot. I don't even think Polkadot is a Chinese coin. I guess you get it on Binance. I have gotten some on a terrible exchange, OKX, which now isn't giving anybody their money. So you have to be careful. That's what I'm always just saying, for now, until you really know what you're doing, you got to stick to the Loopring. Band Protocol, that's a good one. I have that. Aave, I have that. I made a lot of money in both of those. So some of these coins, you buy them, they're like 15 cents. And now it's like $7. So that's a very good profit. I'm going to tell you some of the ones I have. I have bought a lot that went up. And sometimes they went way up and then they came back down, but they're still up compared to when I bought them. And some are a little less than I bought them, but I'm expecting them to go really high right now. So there's all the coins which are on Coinbase. Let me see which ones Coinbase has. XRP. I don't have any XRP. I had some. See, it's not decentralized and it's not inflation proof. Like, they can print more and more XRPs. That's why most people in the crypto community are not really that into XRP. For some reason, it stays in the top 3, year after year. I'm not quite sure why. You can buy some. I mean, there's a good chance it's going to go crazy high just because everything is. And maybe, so it's owned by these people, Ripple, but Ripple and XRP is not the same thing. Anyway, that's another conversation. Let's see, Bitcoin Cash. So that's kind of a coin. I don't even know what it does. You can just use it for buying and selling, but it's, like I said, it's just because it says Bitcoin Cash in it. That's, let's see, EOS. That has a good potential. Some of these less. Let's see, what else would I buy right now? I bought Chainlink yesterday and I actually made a little bit of profit already on it. It went up. Basic Attention Token is an amazing thing because it runs with the Brave browser, but I think as a token also, it's not fully decentralized. It also is not have the deflation built in. There's not a finite amount. So a lot of these other coins, they are not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is this sort of amazing, pristine coin. Some of these other people that really is running them. So they're all different. Let's see. I don't know. UMA, that's supposed to do really well. And that's like a DeFi coin that recently Coinbase got into. OMG Network, that's a good one. I would buy that one. Compound, very good. Maker. So these are coins that are very important in the DeFi space. So their decentralized finance is like now with Ethereum, they found a way to make smart contracts. And with this, there's ways you can lend money, buy property, do insurance. Like the DeFi world is very exciting and it's really fascinating. There's so many businesses that are being affected and that you might have heard. I think somebody was talking about doing votes on the blockchain, which hopefully in the next election we can do that because a blockchain it's a very solid, stable piece of technology. So those are just a few things that goes on with the DeFi. So yeah, like Maker and Compound are very important. Algorand, my friend who taught me, he's buying a lot of Algorand. Ren is good. OX, good. Celo, good. Loopring is really good. Kyber Network, very good. Augur. Balancer. Oh, there's the one he was talking about, District Aux. So it probably has to do with the OX. So I don't really know about that coin. But a lot of times they'll go, Coinbase has started, when Coinbase brings on a coin, Orchid, I bought some of that when it first got on there. What it is, it's a VPN app service. Waves. So there, you can buy this. I want to do a video on, oh, this is a good one. Oh no, tradable assets. So these are the ones that are on here. Litecoin, yeah, I guess. But so there's tons and tons of coins. You can learn how to use Uniswap and MetaMask. I will teach anyone I will walk anyone how to buy stuff for $4 a minute. You can call me. I might probably make a video on how to use the MetaMask and the Uniswap because that's where you're buying a lot of these way cheaper coins that have a huge potential, quite a few. And some of them have really gone really high. You have to have some knowledge of what you're buying because some of them can be completely worthless. Anyone could put something on Uniswap. And sometimes you have to be careful that two coins can have a very similar name. So be careful of that. Don't buy the wrong coin. Because like you can make a copycat coin. Like I could make a coin that's like Ethereum, you know, or you know, ETH something. So once you get some coins, well, I'm not going to talk about staking, but I'll talk about that another time as well. I just want to talk about altcoins. So I also buy altcoins on Binance. There's a lot of, I'm going to tell you the good ones that I have on Binance. So I've been listening to Ivan on Tech for several years. Also, I subscribe to his report, and I've gotten really good information from him. And I've bought some of the stuff early on that he gets excited. He's like a programmer, so he'll get excited, you know, about this coin and that coin, you know, so I'll buy some of it. If he's talking about it, I'll get some. And some of those have done very well. Not all of them, but you know, this is crypto. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe, hit the bell button and all. That way, whenever I have a live stream, you can be notified by YouTube and you can come on and ask me any questions. You can ask me the most ridiculous questions like, what's a Bitcoin? Even if I just said what it was, like maybe you didn't understand the way I said it, I could say it another way. Because in crypto, like, you know, when you're learning something new, it takes a while to get your head around it. And also, if you're like a real smart business guy in finance, you can come ask me your questions too, because I know a lot of finance people. I live in Washington, D.C. I know people who are like, you know, head of, you know, China relations, this, that, and the other. But they don't really know anything about crypto, which means they don't really know anything about China. Like, that's how I feel, because crypto is really an undercurrent of world economies right now. Like, it's something that's been going on for some years, and especially in Asia, even more than here. You know, I don't even think they use regular cash money, you know, paper money over there. You know, they can be very much more advanced in Asia than we are here. So you can ask me also financial questions about decentralized finance and whatnot. And if I don't know the answer, or how to explain it, I do know who does know the answer, because I listen to the stuff. I geek out. I love it. But you know, it's good stuff. So don't be afraid to ask any questions. Let's see. Kusama is one that everyone's expecting to do really super well. It's called KSM. I get that on Binance. I'm telling you, I've gotten stuff on exchanges all over the world where you have to get a VPN, and you know, you're not in America, it doesn't come through. I don't know if that makes it illegal or not, but anyway, I don't have that stuff anymore. So, because sometimes things go wrong, you know, when you start really getting that far into the stuff. If you're really smart and a really good trader, I mean, learn about yield farming. People are making a lot of money in that. Also losing a lot of money. I just like safe, good trades. You know, I use common sense, intuition, and basic knowledge. Read this book, Turtle Trader. You know, you can get it on Audible. It's probably even on YouTube. And it gives you a lot of the basics of also the psychological game. Theta. All right, I didn't get Theta. Where's Theta? What exchange is that on? Frankly, what I would buy, I mean, I like, what would I buy? Like yesterday I bought Chainlink. Like Chainlink, the thing about Chainlink is that, so there's coins, it's called interoperability. And what Chainlink does is you know, it can bring computers and business into blockchains and this, and work in different blockchains. And so that's a lot of what these technologies are doing. That's why Chainlink is amazing. Loopring, Tezos. I had Stella, but I sold it. You know, that's just me. I got tired of watching it and not going anywhere. Some of the stuff on Coinbase is like, it's very stable, but it's kind of boring. And, you know, it doesn't have the exciting technology except for Maker, Compound, OMG, UMA, Ren, Loopring, Kyber. I think Decentraland is one that's just coming up, and I think at Decentraland is where they're selling this thing called NFTs. So it's a gaming thing where people are buying stuff to put in their games, which I'm not a gamer, but I think it's huge and probably a good idea to get some of that. I think that's probably a good one. Yeah, I don't know about Theta. Here's another thing about buying crypto, right? So you can go on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me. I'm just retweeting other people's articles lately that I find interesting or intelligent. I'm not a very exciting tweeter because I don't do any drama. I just write boring, helpful stuff. So these people get really into their projects, and maybe they invested heavily in it, so they want to keep talking about it, and they want everyone to come invest and make their project better. So if I don't know about it, I'm not going to get excited about it. Pretty much if Ivan gets excited about it, I get excited about it. And he has a team, and he's connected with a lot of these other huge developers worldwide. So that's kind of the loop that I'm in, because I listen to him for an hour every day. I think he got it on Binance. Yeah, I don't know about Theta. Get some Kusama. Everybody believes in Kusama. Get some Ethereum, for God's sake. Like, that's what I would do right now if I had any cash and had not already put all of my money in crypto. I would get Chainlink. I would get Ethereum. Ethereum, everybody thinks it's crypto world thinks it should be at $1,000 at least. At one point, the all-time high was like 1,400. Let me look. Yeah, get some Ethereum. That is a safe thing and is a good thing. And Ethereum, so in the world of smart contracts, decentralized finance, and almost all of the other projects after Bitcoin, Bitcoin is kind of separate because it's a store of value. People buy it and they use it like money. And of course, get some Bitcoin, or even if you get 0.002, like even if you have to get $25 of Bitcoin, get it because it always goes up, It's just the best. But get Ethereum. Like Ethereum is probably going to go up like exponentially higher now than Bitcoin, because nobody owns it. You can just go in there. You don't have to use your name and your bank account. Like if you don't have a social security number, whatever country, whatever city, or wherever you're from in the world, you can use Uniswap unless it's blocked, by your country. So, but use Ethereum. So you can't buy dollars or put your credit card in Uniswap. You have to trade everything with Ethereum. So what's happened is Ethereum is this amazing project that this guy, Vitalik, this 19-year-old guy made. I guess I don't know how old he is now, like 27 or something. And then all these projects are built around it. So you buy this stuff with Ethereum. So Ethereum is actually even like more widely used than Bitcoin. It's huge. So everybody's really definitely getting Ethereum. Okay, like Kusama, Aave, get Aave. It's gone up a ton in the past week. BAM protocol. I think BAM protocol is like ready for a pump, because like a year or two ago when I bought the Aave, first the Aave pump, then the BAM, and they're both very essential projects in the DeFi space. All right, let's see the question. I think you got it on Binance. Yeah, Binance is good. I just tell everyone, especially like super newbies, just use Coinbase. It's easier. But Binance has like all of the good coins. I actually have like a Binance, international Binance, which I got a long time ago. I have an unverified Binance, so I can get anything on it. I don't know. You have to get American Binance. We live in New York. I don't think I have that one. I can't be sure. Let's see. Let's go on Binance, see what's going on. So there's this amazing, also a very good place to learn things is this this site called CoinGecko. So it has all the prices of everything. It has if you hear of a coin, I want to buy that coin. You go to CoinGecko, and then it will have exchanges, where to buy it, and then it will say what the price is. it will give you a little bit of information. So let's see, for some reason I put mine in French. But you know what also CoinGecko has is like recherche de tendance. I guess that means like trending. So it will have like what everybody's looking at. So sometimes you can really get an idea of like what's the hot coin that everybody's going crazy over. Right now it's Vita. It's all ones that I don't know of, except for Sora. I do know, and I do own some of that because you know, Ivan mentioned it. Share token, Thor chain. I don't have Thor chain. You know, that is another good one. Is Tron. Tron is a good one to get. It's really been doing well. Atomic Wallet coin. Oh no, that's me. I looked it up. I want to get Atomic Wallet coin. I think it's going to go up because I actually got the Atomic Wallet. So once you get your cryptos, you want to move around wallets. You want to stake. Like I have this Atomic Wallet. I just got it. So since I like it so much, and my friend who taught me about crypto initially also likes it, I'm like, well, they make their own coin, like Atomic Wallet coin. And if you stake it, which just means like I'm putting it in a lending pool, I can make 20 infinite money. So there's one way to know, like also what coins are probably, you know, expected to do well is how if you go on these places where you can stake your coins and see which ones they want to stake and how much they're paying you. Like Atom is 10%, XTC, Tezos 7%, Tron 5%, BAM Protocol 17%. So I have some BAM Protocol in my ledger, but I'm thinking of like transferring it over there to get 17%. Although I'm really very conservative, I kind of just like having my money sitting in the ledger. VeChain is 1.63%. So that's the lowest, but it's on here. You know, it doesn't have like every coin on here. It just has these. So these are ones that people are using, you know, buying, borrowing. Neo, I have some of that. I don't know where I bought it. Probably on Binance. That's a good one. I would say something. Actually, I watched Altcoin Daily yesterday. They said buy NEEM, NEEM, XEM. It's a Chinese coin. It looked a little hard to buy. I'm a little skeptical lately after what happened with OKX. OKX, you know, I bought some Polkadot on there, and now I hit the thing. It's like, oh, we're not doing withdrawals right now, so I can't actually move it or get my money back, and that's not a good sign. You know, they might have, you know, who knows? Maybe the Chinese government took the money. Who knows? I actually thought of that. Nobody's mentioned that, but we don't know. We know what happened with this huge exchange that's been going since 2013, which is forever in crypto. So yeah, like just $290 worth of Polkadot. But Polkadot, get some Polkadot. That's one of the huge ones. Yeah, get Polkadot. It's actually gone up this week. I just had a little bit. Get Polkadot. I don't know about Theta. I've heard it's okay, but it's not a coin I know about. Polkadot I do know about. Swissborg. Let's see some of the ones I have, which are all ones that have been studied, verified, and are all very reputable, good projects. I like to do that because, you know, maybe you wait a little time, a long time, you know, but eventually they have a chance of going up really high. I bought DOS, that went up really high. Synthetics Network, that's pumping today. That's a good one. MakerDAO, Ren, Kyber Network, Nexo, Swissborg, Compound, Track. Oh wait, what's it called? Origin Trail, which is Trace, Aave, Anchor Network, Band Token, Seller, Swipe, Utrust. I'll tell you what other ones I have. And they've all, you know, Unibright, Uniswap, Sora, Darwinia, Acropolis. Those two were pumping like a year ago. Unfortunately, that's not the case now. Like yeah, but what I'm pretty sure of is that, after the Bitcoin euphoria wears off, we're all greedy. So we're like, okay, what else can I buy that's going to really go up high? And these are those coins, which is why I bought them. I just took a little bit of my money, each week and buy a couple of them. Ohm token, stake, Parsec, Uma, Pluton is a good one. Offshift, Parachute, XIO. These are ones that I bought on Uniswap. Some of the ones you bought on Uniswap, I moved somewhere else, but these are just like in the Uniswap MetaMask. Uniswap maybe is a good one. I guess that's about it. Ether. Just, learn how to buy stuff and just buy a little bit. Do stuff safely, If you're moving it, if you decide you want to stake it on Atom Wallet, Atom is good because it's decentralized. Nobody owns it. It's just a wallet, but you can stake your money. It's kind of like Uniswap, only you can stake directly on that wallet and get earn extra money, extra crypto. So the most important thing to do is just really make sure you look at the code when you're changing. All you do that's what I need to tell people is like how to send something. Like say if I buy something on Coinbase and then it says send, and then you just see like these squares and these codes and it's very confusing looking. But all you do is you go to where you want to send it to. Like say if I want to send money to Atomic Wallet and say I want to send Polkadot. So I go to the Polkadot, my Polkadot wallet. It's called Polkadot wallets because where all my Polkadot stored, and then I hit receive. Then I hit receive and that square thing comes up, which I don't use because do you have to take a picture? I don't know how it works. So I copy the address, which is a whole bunch of numbers down there. So if you wanted, you could screenshot my number and send me some Polkadot with that number. If you like to do that, we'll be very grateful. So you copy this number, which is your public address. So this is where when you're going to send something, first you go to the receive and you hit the receive, you copy the address. Then, well, we don't have Polkadot on Coinbase, but I don't even think, is there Polkadot on Binance now? I'm sure they do. Everybody has Polkadot, but we got in on it like real early. So I bought in some OKX, something else. Okay, so you go to the other one. All right, well, since I don't have Polkadot there, it's not going to work. But let's pretend that OKX is actually giving money. They have internal withdrawal, which means that you just withdraw it to somewhere else within Polkadot. And then it will say, address. So that address that I just copied, I paste. And then I put how much I want to go. And then I look at the numbers. I go back to the other one and double check. And then I go back because, there are hackers, lots of hackers in crypto. So, just check. Because once I did think I lost quite a lot of my DOS. But it just got lost out there in the cyberspace. But it's still there. I can get it back. But I thought for a minute that I got hacked because my computer did get actually hacked right after that. So, go back and check. You can't check the whole numbers because there's like 25 numbers. But check the beginning and the end and make sure it's the same numbers. And then hit send. If you get really nervous, like sometimes if I've ever gone to transfer a whole bunch of money at one time, cost you extra fees. But so the fees are okay right now. On Uniswap, they got really expensive for a while, but Uniswap's a whole nother animal. The fees were very high. Oh, also this Atomic Wallet is a little bit of a pain because, so I was telling you earlier about the tokens that are built on top of Ether that you buy with ETH on Uniswap. For some reason, Yeah, this it gets complicated, but you just call me. I will help you. Um, so there's a thing called gas, like it needs Ethereum to be able to move to the next exchange in these certain of these tokens. So that was a pain because I don't have an Ethereum on this Atom wallet, so I couldn't little tiny bit, which is they call it, gas or GUI or whatever. So it's just a little fee that you have to pay in Ethereum. So I didn't feel like getting out my MetaMask because iPhone discontinued letting you use the MetaMask app, so I got to go on my laptop, and I just didn't feel like doing it. So I had not moved my other coins, but I'm going to move a few coins here and stake them. But you need a little bit of Ethereum. So if you'd be like, there's just a lot of weird little complicated stuff like that. But let me just tell you that is really fun to do. And I think that most people don't get into crypto because they are feel stupid and they're very intimidated and they're just like too much self-judging and all that. Like I'm not that kind of person. I don't care if I'm the stupidest one in the room as long as I am going to learn, So that's not, mostly it really is like young programmers, dudes. So I think it's the intimidation factor. So if you just don't have the intimidation factor, you just stay calm. You just know you're going to learn step by step how to do all these processes, which seem really complicated. Like to me, it seemed like so crazy with all these numbers and names, encryptions, everything. But step by step, it's not hard at all. And it's actually really fun. Your mind starts getting around these different kind of numbers, 0026 and whatnot. Like you just start getting used to it. And it's really fun. It's fun, and it's really fun to make money. My friend who taught me, his name was Nettie, and he's from another, became, when he was a kid, with his parents. Anyway, he didn't have social. So he's like, you know what, I couldn't get into stocks, this and that, but I can get into crypto. Which now you can get into stocks without a social through probably Robinhood. I don't think you need a social. Or Cash App, you can buy stocks. So he made lots of money. Very smart guy. Understand the future. Here's the thing, which is fun about crypto too, is you're going to understand the future. You're going to understand what's going on in the future. It's really pretty cool. You're going to understand what careers are going to be done away with in the future. A lot of accounting is going to be done away with in the future because on the blockchain, it's already done, and it's done in such a simple way than like the way that it's done now. Like the new technologies are always going to be amazing. Coin hits like 28. I'm going to pay some bills. I'm going to sell a little bit of it, keep the rest, And the same with my other coins. I had some that hit really high and it didn't take any profits, and I super regret it because came back down. Like my Acro, I don't know how much it was. It was a lot before, and now it's just bad. I paid for it. So learn a little bit of basic stock things. Learn, take profits, and also what's a really good idea to do is just have a strategy. Like don't go by your emotions, because what happens when it's going up, everybody wants to buy. Even me, like I totally want to buy more Bitcoin now and more everything. But like I've been around enough to know, what, don't FOMO, just wait for a dip. I mean, buy Bitcoin now if you don't have it. You have some cash. I honestly think, nobody knows, right? Even the best traders get it wrong. And there's people where you can go every day and listen to technical analysis on Tom Bayes is like the most famous one. I think the Moon does a lot of analysis. I think that's why I don't listen to him, because I'm just not that interested in buying and selling. Also, you're going to buy and sell, you need to know something about taxes, which I don't. I need to get an accountant because I haven't bought and sold a lot. Mostly I've just bought and held, which is not as problematic. But we need to know these things so we don't get in trouble down the line. We don't spend all the money and then, get in trouble with the tax people. So, it's a whole new world. That's like another step, and you can get people to help you. And when I find out, I will let you know how it goes. Unless anyone has any more questions. Get your Ethereum, get your Polkadot, get your Chainlink, get your Ren, get your Maker, get your, these are all the most awesome projects that we know of. Then there's real tiny ones. I'm gonna buy some more. I haven't even looked at the reports. I did buy into this report by Ivan on Tech. I had to pay, you know, it's expensive, but it was worth it. Because, you know, it's a very good report. He has like a team of crypto people, and it's a very small, when you get to the very, very upper levels of crypto, it's not that big of a world. You know, they know each other, they know what's going on in their projects, they understand the industry, things like that. And they understand the technology, so they have a little, and then since there's so much money in crypto, all these people are making so much money that they have a lot of very top-notch, you know, advisors. I'm assuming, I can tell by the way they talk. Advisors, financial advisors, stock advisors. You know, Ivan's been written up in Forbes and stuff like that. So they got all these high-powered people because they're in the upper echelons of the financial world. So all these other, you know, Wall Street are interested in talking to them. So they get a lot of also help from them. So they know a lot more. That's why it's good to know who your community is and who you're getting your information from. There's a lot of people who talk loud. There's a lot of people who maybe have like 1 million followers on Twitter. You know, that doesn't necessarily mean they're the best. There's some really good YouTube. Those are the ones that I watch. I just watch the same ones all the time. It's like a whole hour long. I mean, basically, and I go jogging in the morning, listen to Ivan. Sometimes listen to Altcoin Daily at night. Oh, they're doing a lot of times they'll be doing a lot of sponsored stuff. Although Ivan has sponsored stuff too. And just keep learning. Spend a little money. I don't think anyone's going to lose any money right now. I mean, I think we're still going insanely up. I mean, I actually would really buy Bitcoin right now still, but I would also buy a little of the other stuff. That's all I want to say. Definitely Ethereum. I mean, most people in the crypto space are like, I can't believe everybody's not buying Ethereum. Ethereum is an amazing sale. And it has gone up quite, it's gone up a lot. This month, it's gone up 32% this month, and the Bitcoin's gone up even more than that. Bitcoin in 1 month has gone up 56%. I mean, that's mind-blowing. See, all of my friends, when I tell people to buy stuff, they always should. Like a year and a half ago, it had a dip to 3,000. Whenever it dips a lot, I just go around to all my friends. I was like, hey, you know, it's a good idea to buy a little Bitcoin because I love people and want people to have that money, you know? So I still think it's a good time to buy it. I think because of the scarcity of it, you know, they can't just make more and more and sell more and more. You know, that's the thing. You know, it's finite, and the whole world is buying it, not just America. You know, like India. You know how many people are in India and China? They have so many people over there. Sometimes they make it illegal, sometimes it's legal. I don't live there, so I don't know what the whole story is, but people buy plenty of it. That's what I know. All South America, everyone's realizing that Bitcoin it seems to be the store of value, seems to be the most stable, the most reliable, the easiest to use, the most amazing currency. And I do think people are going to start using Bitcoin, because even today, I was like, you know, you don't use it to buy a cup of coffee, because it's just like, you want to keep your 50 cents, you know, just get rid of the American paper money, you know, like who needs that? You want to keep your Bitcoin. But you can, yeah, you can definitely like use it to buy bigger items, you know, cars, houses, trips. There's like, you can buy already. So I think in the near future, crypto is going to be a little more desirable, especially for buying land, stuff like that, because it's just a super valuable money that everybody wants right now. All right, that's all. Smash the likes. If you have any questions, I will walk you through it. I can do even like on the Zoom, show you hit this, hit that, hit this. Because I remember even using Binance. I just didn't get it. You're like markets and then stop limit. Binance is a little more complicated. Coinbase, pretty easy to use. But I can even help with that. If I don't remember, it was that hard for me. It might have been. I can help you use Uniswap. There's other videos out there. I mean, you can certainly listen to them. But sometimes in people's videos, they'll use like technical words, and you're like, you get stuck right there. You're like, well, you just hit the node. You're like, what's a node? You know? So if you want, that's why I'm original. Call me up. And then just be like, you know, I don't know what you're saying. What is that? And what will happen if, you know, I accidentally do this, you know? And I'll be like, well, don't worry, you know. Or I'll be like, don't do that. You will ruin your life, you know. So I know those things because, you know, we all make our mistakes. In the beginning, I lost some money on Poloniex too. So that's the thing about other exchanges too. Like sometimes we're into crypto, especially we're on Twitter. We have a lot of friends. Everybody's buying this here, this there. It's so cool. It's so amazing. But then, you know, we're being reckless because we don't know, because nobody knows. You think your friends know. You think you'll be all right. The website looks good. But a lot of exchanges, I don't think that's happening now. It already happened. But so they weren't, you know, U.S. regulated exchanges like Poloniex, the old Binance, Bittrex. I did lose some stuff on the old Bittrex, my Ion coin, which that one's completely worthless now. But I do believe in my Ion. I saw it in a vision. But anyway, that's very worthless at the moment. But so you buy these tokens, but then they stopped selling, you know, to American people. So they're like, oh, if you're in America and you don't get your money off within a certain date, you know, it's going to be converted to cash and you lose it. So that happened to me a couple times. Also, what happened to me is like getting advice from a friend. The same friend, Nettie, even though he's a super genius, there was a time when all the, you know, he was new too. So he'd be like, okay, now let's get Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, this, that, and the other. And, but then it would be like a few days later. Like it would be going up, but then it would take me like a couple of days to get it. And so like a couple of days, it was already like at its peak price, and then the bubble broke. Like this bubble can break, by the way. You know, keep your eye on the chart. You know, I don't sell my Bitcoin. I'm not worried about it. If I didn't look at it for a month, even if the bubble did break, it will go back up. I completely believe in it. But you know, you might not want to trust that much. And, you know, it's no harm in getting your money out, making little profits, getting your money out if it's going down, because then you can, when it goes down, then you can buy it again and it goes up. That's what all of the people are doing now. The Warren Buffetts and whatnot, stock market. When it crashed, COVID. Okay, I think that's all I want to say. You need some help. Put some questions in the comments. And yeah, it's really hard. I mean, sometimes it's hard to even figure out how to use a ledger, if you have, you know, a few $1,000 or however much, and you want to take it off the exchange and put it into a cold wallet or a hardware wallet, we also call it, which is where most of us have our crypto. We take it off of the exchange. You know, I can help with all that. So I went through it, and it was very confusing. It was hard. So that's why Over the Surface, because I can hold your hand and be like, click this, hit that, make sure you look at this code, make sure you look at that code. When I started buying tons of DeFi codes on coins on MetaMask and Uniswap, you know, I was so scared because you don't know where they're going to go. You're just hitting buttons, and it's your money, you know. So making huge mistakes, luckily. All right, take care. Let me know if you like the video. I'm going to try to come out and see if see if people like them, see if people have questions, because it will be great. Obviously, I'm completely into crypto. Ciao.